it's Jason from Pro Guitar Studio. Welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at arpeggios, but we're going to do a really cool exercise with these arpeggios. So if you've already worked on arpeggios before, this is a great way to sort of enhance what you already do know and give yourself an extra challenge. If you don't know arpeggios, I'm going to show you them right here. So we'll be able to learn the arpeggios, and we're going to do two shapes. We're going to do a minor and a major sixth root, what I call back grip shape of these arpeggios, okay? And these are triads, so 3-note arpeggios. Really good to know. All the time I use these when I'm doing lead guitar stuff, so if you're playing any kind of lead solo or intro, it's really useful when you're improvising, when you're writing something. So I've used them quite a bit at writing different parts. So there's many things you can do with these, but I also think it's just great as an exercise. So even if you don't plan on using these for shredding up the fretboard, just take a look at this exercise to help you work on your dexterity and also give your fingers a nice little workout. So I find this to be a finger twister for sure. It's definitely not easy, okay? So what I'm doing here, I'm going to go through two arpeggios, E minor and C major. And for my E minor arpeggio, I'm going to start on E, so fret number 12, string number 6, G, fret number 10, string number 5, B, fret number 9 on the D string, on string 4, E, which is fret number 9 on the G string, and then we have G again, fret number 12 on the G string, B, which is fret number 12 on the B string, and E, which is fret number 12 on the E string, high E string. So 12, 10, 9, 9, 12, 12, 12. All right, that's our minor shape. So E minor. Now our C major is very similar, but we have to adjust one note, right, to make it a major arpeggio. So a major triad. So we're going to use our 8th fret on the pinky finger, so C. Our 7th fret on the A string, which is an E note. 5th fret on the D string, which is going to be a G. So we have C, E, G. 5th fret on string number 3 on the G string, which is going to be a C. 5th fret on the 2nd string, which is an E. 8th fret on the 2nd string, which is a G note. And then 8th fret on the 1st string, which is a C. So you can first start off by playing those two shapes up and down. So the first step, knowing your arpeggios. Notice I'm trying to separate the sound if I can, right? I don't always do that, but just for this exercise here, instead of hearing like, sometimes I'll make them nice and smooth, but this exercise will separate them. That's our C, so E minor and C, right? So get used to those shapes to start off. Then next we're going to apply a pattern to this. So what I'm doing with this pattern, I'm going to play the first note of the arpeggio, and instead of playing the next note in the arpeggio, I'm going to skip one, okay? So I'm essentially skipping notes in the arpeggio, or we can call it string skipping. But really it's note skipping because we don't always skip strings here. So we're going to go from the first note to the third note of the arpeggio. So the first to the 5th of the scale, but in the arpeggio or the triad, we're doing root, 5th, which is the first note, and the 3rd note of the arpeggio. So we're going to go string number 6, string number 4. Then we're doing the 2nd note of the arpeggio to the 4th note, which is basically the first note again. Okay, then back to the 3rd note. And then we're going to go to the 5th note, okay? So in terms of notes, if we had to assign these each a number, right? So we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is nothing to do with the intervals, so if you know your intervals, just think of this separately. We're just looking at the notes in the arpeggio of the triad, okay? So the formula for building that would be 1, 3, 2, 4, 3, 5, 4, 6, 5, 7. Just to help me make sense of it, right? Now at the end, instead of going, I reverse it. So I do 1, 2, 3, 4, just to make it symmetrical, and then I reverse it. So I play the 1st string, 3rd string, so the high E note, 3rd string now. And we're doing the same thing in reverse now. Same idea in reverse. E, G, B, E. So 12 on the 2nd string, 9 on the 3rd. 12 on the 3rd string, 9 on the 4th. 9 on the 3rd string, 10 on the 5th. So I do that twice up and down. again, finger twists are definitely a challenge. Then we're going to move down to the C. We're just going to do this one time. So we're going to go string 6, so the first note, third note, second note, fourth note, third note, fifth note, fourth note, sixth note, and then reverse it. So instead of giving these numbers, because it's awkward to think of it in reverse, 8th fret string 1, 5th fret string 2, 8th fret string 2, 5th fret string number 3, 5th fret string 2, 5th fret string number 4, 5th fret string number 3, 7th fret string number 5. Let's try this. Again. Can be awkward with finger rolls, a whole range of things. So that's why I'm saying it's a finger twist. We're trying to get that clean, right? So we do that one time, then we go back to our E minor. At the end, I just end on an E note. You can do an open string too. So all together. Oh, there you go. C. Back to E minor. All right, so I'm purposely going to leave those mistakes I made in there just to show you that it is quite challenging. As soon as my mind slips and I start thinking of something else, instead of trying to be locked in, just trying to get my fingers to do what they have practice doing, then everything gets thrown off, right? So these are really awkward because the major and minor shapes are different. They're not symmetrical. They don't relate in that sense because one has 2 notes on string 3, one has 2 notes on string number 2. So it's a little weird. But great way to work your fingers out. And it's actually rewarding. I feel it's pretty, a pretty good feeling once you can get that down. So have fun with this. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. If you can't do those string skipping exercises or note skipping exercises, just do the arpeggio up and down. It's a great thing to know. If you enjoyed the lesson today, give me a thumbs up, subscribe for more videos like this each week. It helps me out a lot, and I will see you next week.